I'm just amazed about the different types of series I managed to collect throughout the year, but I think it's time to get rid of some of them. Hello brothers and sisters, my name is Daidarius and welcome to my manga haul of July 2025. Yes, I am not baiting, but we will get to that a bit later. We have a lot-ish to cover, so let's get straight into it. And first up we have Chainsaw Man Volume 18. And there is not much to say. I am so confused about what's going on in part 2 at the moment with the latest chapters. It is wild. I have no idea what direction this story wants to go. I thought it was going to go in a specific direction, but it's like we're just evading that part and doing random bullshit at the moment. But it is Chainsaw Man, so it's to be expected. But yes, volume 18. Yeah, next volume is going to be the biggie, especially considering the title character here. Anyway, I'm spending too much time on Chainsaw Man. Chainsaw Man Volume 18, moving along to Jujutsu Kaisen Volume 26. And this is the controversial volume. I think this is the controversial volume of the whole series. And it is related to Gojo. I'm not going to spoil if you don't know, but that panel happens in this one. In the former volume, we had the former Nadwin panel. This one has the other infamous panel of Gojo. But nevertheless, that is that volume. It is an amazing battle. And we are only missing 4 more volumes, and then we have collected all of Jujutsu Kaisen. Sakamoto Days Volume 17. And one small detail about Sakamoto Days is that it is apparently entering its final battle or arc. I'm not quite sure which it is, if it is the final arc or if it is the final battle or if those two things are the same thing. I have no idea. All I know is I am looking very much forward to starting reading this. I have yet to get around to it, but on that note, on the next volume, I actually have something to say. So yeah, let's just get to it because I have nothing to say about this. I have yet to read it. I'm just looking very much forward to it. So next one, and that is the Elusive Samurai Volume 15, which is the series I am currently reading. I am right now almost finishing Volume 3, and at least for now, I really do dig it. I think it is a very fun, interesting series with a very interesting main character who is just not good at fighting, but very good at evading. Or being elusive, as the title says. But yes, looking forward to just continue reading this, because I dig it, at least the initial part. Witch Hat Atelier Volume 5. This is a biggie, because this is the final volume I committed to collecting this year. There's a big but coming, because remember my intro? Yes, I have now managed to collect 5 of these. Now I'm gonna sell them off. I don't want them anymore. I have yet to read a single chapter of this, and yet I have decided to sell them. Why? Why did I commit to 5 volumes collected in that year, and then without reading a single one, have decided to sell them off? Well, if you're just following along manga news lately, or just in general, and you know my taste in mangas, this should come as no surprise. But in case you do not know, Kodansha, who is the publisher of this, recently announced that next year in spring they're gonna bring the deluxe hardcover edition. They call it the Grimoire, I don't know how to pronounce it, edition of Witch Hat Atelier. So it's gonna be a 3-in-1. It's all the deluxe editions like Berserk. I think it's the same trim size and everything. They're gonna bring it here, and I have advocated, I think also in my deluxe edition video, that this is one of the series that I want to see in the deluxe edition of. And when Kodansha suddenly says, we're gonna give it to you, and I have only committed to 5 volumes, then I think this is the perfect time for me to try and sell these off, and then wait until next year to start collecting it again, but in the edition that I much more enjoys. So there's that. Record of Ragnarok Volume 14, the start of round 7, but I'm not gonna dwell too much on Record of Ragnarok because there's not too much to say. It is just epic fights and some lore shenanigans sprinkled in between. If you haven't read it, please go ahead, because we just had the conclusion to an epic round. Hype as hell. One of my favorites. Alright, Record of Ragnarok Volume 14 still have like 9 or 10 volumes until we catch up with the Japanese releases. Anyway, let's try to talk about a new edition, which is Versus Volume 1. Written and created by one of One Punch Man and also drawn by Kyotaro Asuma, who, by the way, is the artist of Tenkaichi, which is one of my current favorite ongoing action battle manga. So yes, match made in heaven. I've heard a lot of great things about this, and I have committed to the first 3 volumes, and I am also pretty confident I'm gonna be able to get those, because they are actually out right now. Looking very much forward to getting into this, because I love One's writing style, and I love Asuma's art. I have nothing else to say. I'm just looking very much forward to see what weird stuff's gonna happen in that story. We still have 3 more volumes to go, so I'm just gonna keep going. And next up we have Gachiakuta Volume 3. One thing is that I have seen a lot of advertisement for the anime. Don't know the anime, don't know the story, don't know the manga, but do let me know, is the anime any good? Is it better or worse than the source material? Maybe it will get me even more excited for reading the manga, who knows? But yes, Gachiakuta Volume 3, I have no comments because I have yet to start reading it. Next one. And next up we have Ashita no Joe Volume 2 out of, I believe, 7 or 8. Not much to say. Finally gotten the next volume, and I have been keeping off actually getting this because there was a huge printing error in one of the releases of this, which was everything inside was printed upside down. Turns out that this one is printed right side up. So, lucked out on that one. But yes, Ashita no Joe, it is a manga I'm looking very much forward starting reading, but I'm also keeping off because I have a few other series I want to catch up on. And also I am saving a lot of my deluxe editions from this year for the end of the year, because then I have 3 to 4 volumes to actually start reading it from all the different series, and I think it's just a bit better way to experience deluxe edition stories in that format. But yes, Ashita no Joe Volume 2, I think Volume 3 is already out, and it's this awesome blue color. So right now I just dig the color scheme. But yes, Ashita no Joe. Not much more to say. Looking very much forward to start reading this goated history, not boxing manga, but just a manga that happens to have boxing in it. Right. Final volume. And that is Trigun Maximum Volume 5. The final volume in Trigun in the deluxe edition. So now I have the complete whole series. It's only like what took 2 years since the original release of the first volume. So stoked about having all of this. But as I just stated, I'm not gonna read this right now. I'm gonna save it for the end of the year. It's kind of like a end of the year treat for me, that I save when I can the deluxe edition from the Christmas period, and then I just dig into these awesome collections, big beautiful art, and just let it consume me basically. So yes, I don't have much more to say about Trigun except that finally, it is done. It is finished. Now I can focus on the other deluxe editions that I'm currently collecting, and looking forward to all the deluxe editions I'm gonna collect next year, because apparently we are never finished. We're never done collecting deluxe editions. But that being said, I have a lot of updates for my wish list. Alright, we have some edits we need to go through. So first off, let's take the first page of my manga wish list. And first on the agenda is Jujutsu Kaisen, because I committed from volume 24 up until volume 26. I managed to get that. Yes, we will get volume 27 later this year, and I think we're also gonna be able to squeeze out volume 28, but I did not commit to those. So I am definitely crossing it out. And then later on we have Trigun Maximum. I committed from volume 3 up until volume 5. Just managed to get volume 5, and again we are crossing it off. And as I was stated earlier, when we get to the later half of the year, that is when we're actually gonna see some momentum on completing these stupid wish lists. But yes, that is the first one. So let's just bring that down, and then we're gonna throw the other one up. First off is Atelier. I committed to the first 5 volumes. I just got volume 5, so I'm crossing that one off. I was also supposed to be able to cross out Kitchen, but it will probably first be doable next month. I hope I have the final volume next month. We'll see. And then down there at the bottom we have Ashita no Joe. I committed to the first 2 volumes, got the second volume, crossing that one out. Yes, more volume will come out this year, and I will try to get them, but they're no longer a priority. So those are my wish list. Those are the updates. It's looking better, more doable, but it doesn't really tell the whole story. We've been over this. So let's get that one down and then bring up this pie chart. And as you can see, I have collected 65% of my wish list, which is a good thing because we are roughly 58% through the year. So we're still ahead. So that is my manga haul of July 2025. What does your manga haul look like, and which series or news from this summer is getting you most excited? It could be the deluxe editions of Attack on Titan or Wishlist Atelier, or it could be some of the reprints or new releases of Shoujo. Got a lot in this batch, I think. So it could be one of those, it could be something else. And yes, I am I am just a bit weird on the fact that I managed to collect all of I committed to for Wishlist Atelier, and now I'm just gonna sell it off. I'm just a slave to deluxe editions. What can I do? What can I do? So, whatever you think, comment below your thoughts. As always, until see you next video, just remember to stay awesome. See ya.